Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Heather and I'm the owner, creator, and coach for Believe in Better Finances. So wanted to make a video today to talk a little bit about ways that gift cards can save you or make you money. And this might be slightly long, but I wanted to be able to kind of go into detail with some examples of ways that myself or maybe some other people have used gift cards, ideas that I've received based on some of their feedback. So that being said, I'm going to go ahead and jump on in. One of the reasons I like to use gift cards instead of cash, for example, is I think sometimes with cash people can feel a little bit pressured to maybe throw in a little bit of extra money in like a greeting card or something like that, because they feel like, oh well, if it's $40 maybe I should just do a $50 bill or something like that, or they feel like maybe 20 bucks is not enough. I just think that sometimes when you're using cash, it seems like you have the pressure to add to it, which can be a little bit challenging. But with gift cards, my thing is, my goal is to stay out of debt, is to save money, and to stick to the budget that I set for whatever it is I'm spending money on. So for example, with Christmas, one of the things that I've done the last few years is, for the most part, I would say for 90% of the family out there, I have bought gift cards. For the little kids, I still like to get an actual item and wrap it up. But I find that for most of the teenagers and even the adults and the married couples and things like that, they appreciate gift cards just as it is cash or an actual item. And for us, like I said, it allows us to really stick to our budget, which is very important because we usually are working towards other things, and we don't want to blow that by overspending. So for example, it can be really easy to overspend when not using a gift card and just going out and say you want to spend $25 on Cousin Susie. So you're like, okay, I'm going to go get Cousin Susie this item in the store. Well, say it's $24.99. Well, you've got to pay tax for that item, so you're already over the $25 limit. And usually, if you're like me in the store, sometimes you'll see an accessory to go with it, or you want to get some kind of cute wrapping and bow or a bag and tissue and something like that. And so that can easily go from a $25 to a $35 or more item for that one person. So you can kind of start to see that if that's just one individual and you've got multiple people around the holidays that you're having to buy for, it's very easy to overspend. And so that's where I tell people, you know, gift cards can really be a blessing because it allows you to add a little bit more personalization and thought into the gift versus just giving cash. But it also allows you to stick to that dollar limit without overspending. So that's the first thing. With Christmas specifically, the first year that I started doing gift cards, what I would do is I had my list made up, you know, so I went off my list from top to bottom, and say I wanted to buy a $25 Academy gift card for Uncle so-and-so, I would go to the store that pay period and get me that one particular gift card and put it back. And then check them off the list. And I did that until basically I went through everybody, which was usually towards the end of the year, and I had Christmas taken care of before Thanksgiving. This past year I made it a little easier on myself. I figured out what we were going to spend per year on Christmas, divided that out by the 26 pay periods we have per year, because my husband and I are paid bi-weekly. And basically I waited till the day after, actually it wasn't the day after Thanksgiving, it wasn't Black Friday, but it was like that Saturday. So that weekend, Kroger was having 4 times the fuel points. And so I took basically my debit card up there, and I had already previously researched what gift cards I was going to get for each person on my list, and made sure, you know, Kroger had them, and basically just went and pulled all the gift cards that I needed, went to the little self-checkout and paid for it with my debit card and got all the fuel points in the process. So my big savings thing for our family is discount on fuel. Last year we sold our Civic, which was very, very fuel efficient, after I've had it for many, many years, and upgraded a little bit to a used Toyota Highlander. Still gets great fuel mileage, but definitely not like it did with the Civic. So either way, I'm always looking to save money when and where I can, and fuel cost is a big budget item for us because we do so much driving with our jobs. So that being said, I like to use gift cards not only to stick to my budget around the holidays, it allows me to still give some personalization. I'm not having to buy excessive wrapping paper and bows and things like that. And depending on the size of your home or your situation, you may not have a lot of place to store things, so that can be really easy just to have a stack of gift cards and you just pass them out. And then you're getting the fuel points on top of it. So Kroger's standard deal is you get 2 times the fuel points. So if you buy a $50 gift card, that $50 gift card, from my understanding, is going to be 100 points, which ends up adding to 10 cents off. If you buy a $100 gift card times 2 times the savings, that's 200 points or 20 cents off. So the weekend that I went, usually around holiday weekends, they'll do sometimes like 4 times. So if you get that $100 gift card times 4 times the fuel points, that's 400 points or 40 cents off your gas. So those are great ways to save money and stick to your budget, and everybody gets a little bit of something, but yet you're not running all over the store, spending gas at the mall, trying to buy everybody something, stressing out, having to fight the crowds, and being tempted to buy all these extra little things in the checkout aisle. So that's personally what I do as an example of using gift cards to save us money. Another way that sometimes it can make you money is, say you don't get it at your grocery store, but maybe you go to a restaurant. I know around the holidays, restaurants are really big about, say you spend so much in gift cards and they'll give you a $10 gift card to go with it. So maybe it's a $50 purchase in gift cards and they'll give you an extra $10. So again, you could get that for maybe your favorite aunt and uncle, for them to go out to a really nice meal, and then in the return, you can either use that $10 gift card to give to maybe a lesser favored family member or maybe a coworker where you don't want to spend as much money, or you could just keep that $10 gift card for yourself, and then you and or your loved one go enjoy dessert on it or something. So those are some other ways that you can use gift cards to actually make money. So if you're going to spend the money anyways, spend it, hold it, and save it till the holidays, and see what you can get in additional gift cards as like bonus gift cards in the process. You can also look at places like Sam's, and I know for sure Costco does discounted gift cards, and you might, if you've never paid attention to it, you might not know what that is. But for discounted gift cards, I know I've seen one like Texas de Brazil, which is a really nice steakhouse. I've actually never been there, but I've heard nothing but good things. So say you want to spend $100. So I think one time I saw you would spend $79.99 at Costco for a $100 value in gift card. So you're getting an extra 20 bucks for free by getting the gift card through Costco. So I thought that was genius. Those could be other things that you can do. My husband, he's used the 24-hour fitness. It's not a gift card per se, but it's like a membership card that you can get there. So it turns out being significantly cheaper if you do a 2-year membership through Costco for 24-hour fitness's gym versus going straight to the gym itself and getting a 2-year membership. I forgot what the savings was, but it was a pretty big chunk. It was worth our time to wait and go to Costco and get the membership card. So that's another idea. The last one I wanted to mention to you is not something I've done, but it was a recent idea that was shared by another YouTuber. I wish I saved the video on it, but long story short, they were in the process of paying off their house. They paid it off in 3 years, which was amazing. And because of that, part of their sacrifice was to take every bit of income that they had to throw at their mortgage. They held off decorating the inside of their house. So it was very, very plain Jane. So what they wanted to do as kind of a celebration and this newfound extra money after paying their mortgage off, they wanted to go get curtains. So being the savvy savers they were, they shopped around and ended up finding some curtains on clearance at Bed Bath & Beyond. So long story short, they didn't get the curtains right then because they were smart and decided, I'm going to wait, think on it, make sure these are really what I want to get. The next morning they woke up and they decided, yes, those are the curtains we want. And these were like a significant number, so it wasn't like they were getting 2 panels, they were getting a lot of them for their house. So instead of what they did, most people would probably wake up and go, I want to go get the curtains, and they waited and they went one extra step to Kroger, because that's where they shop also, and they got a Bed Bath & Beyond gift card. So they took their gift card to the store, they bought their clearance curtains, so they're already saving money that way. By using a gift card to pay for them instead of their debit card, they were able to get double the fuel points, which for the chunk of curtains they were getting was a pretty pricey purchase. And then in addition to it, their point they made, which I thought was genius, is always try to apply any coupons or discounts through phone apps and things like that. So not only did they get double the fuel points, They got their curtains on clearance, so they had additional savings that way. And then they applied a 20% off Bed Bath & Beyond coupon that they got offline. So they got a great deal on a lot of curtains. They got discount on fuel, and now their house, you know, it met their need of decorating their windows with window treatments. So I thought that was a great idea. So that said, it got me thinking, well shoot, Heather, what else could I do as an example with that? What could I do, or what do I spend money on regularly that instead of using cash or my debit card, I could use a gift card for? So it got me to thinking that we often, my husband and I, we frequently hit up Chick-fil-A in a quick, you know, if we're looking for like a fast food option, that's kind of one of our more favorite options is Chick-fil-A. Or a lot of times we go to Chipotle when we're on the run, either for lunch or dinner. So we kind of have a routine where we know so many times every 2 weeks we're going to go to that place so many times, either Chick-fil-A or Chipotle. So I got to thinking I could buy Chick-fil-A and Chipotle gift cards at Kroger and get discounts in our fuel. Another example, I went to Lowe's not too long ago, I think it was the weekend before last, and got new flowers, mulch, weed killer, just things I budget for it every springtime to freshen up our yard. And so I spent just under, I think it was like $130 something total with everything that I bought at Lowe's. Again, Kroger has Lowe's gift cards, or Home Depot. So, and my Lowe's just happens to be across the street from Kroger. So it wouldn't have been that much of an inconvenience for me to swing by, figure out, you know, probably I'm going to spend at least $100, maybe more, and get me a gift card around that value, and then pay for it with the gift card and get the fuel points for the savings. So again, those are just some kind of routine things and a recent example of a major purchase that I did with the gardening supplies and things like that I could have used gift cards for and got the fuel points in the process. My last example is groceries. So again, for me, sometimes I go to Aldi because that's my other store and they're cheaper, but they don't always have everything that I need. So I do get the bulk of my supplies, groceries, household cleaners, toilet paper, things like that at Kroger. So I have about a dollar amount that I spend on a regular basis every 2 weeks to go get my groceries and household cleaners and stuff like that. So I got to thinking, again, rather than use my debit card to pay for all my groceries, while I'm at the store, I can use my debit card to first buy a Kroger gift card. Say it's $150 is what I usually spend every 2 weeks. Get my $150 Kroger gift card, pay for it in the self-checkout line. Then once I pay for that, start ringing up all of my groceries. So instead of paying with my debit card, I pay for with the gift card that I just bought right before I started that transaction. So again, if I just do those things on a regular basis, that's consistently giving me 2, 3, 4, 50 cents off a fill-up every 2 weeks, which again, that all adds up. With the thing with finance, personal finance, and trying to get ahead financially, for the average family out there that's working, trying to make an income and stay out of debt, you have to look at every single thing. And I'm not saying that I do everything perfectly all the time, but I do try to look at everything from not just the big expenses, but the everyday things that add up quickly, like your fuel expenses. Doing those extra little steps. I'm going to be going to Kroger anyways, so it's not like it's way out of my way for me to go and get a gift card first for things. Or things that are routine for us, like we know we're going to go to Chick-fil-A anyways, we know we're going to go to Chipotle because those are some of our favorite places to go. I know I'm going to shop at Kroger to get my groceries and my fresh salmon and stuff like that, and my vegetables. So again, rather than pay with my debit card, it takes me 2 extra seconds to go down the gift card aisle and get their Kroger gift card. So the only disclaimer I would say to be cautious about with gift cards is making sure that you're not getting gift cards that you have to pay some kind of service fee. Usually that's going to be with your Visa or MasterCard or Discover gift cards where they are like cash. That usually has like a $3.95 or $5.95 fee added to it. Again, I don't like fees. I'm not going to go out of my way to pay fees, so I wouldn't probably get those kind of gift cards. But if you just want to get a $20 Academy gift card, usually there's no fee involved with that, but just check the wrapping or the back of it for the disclaimer. And then lastly, make sure that the cards don't expire after a certain period of time, or after, sometimes some cards will say after 18 months of non-use, it starts to charge a fee of $2 a month and it deducts it off the balance. That's becoming less and less, it seems like, from what I've seen on the back of the cards, but nonetheless, just some things to be mindful. I guess if it's a gift that you're giving to somebody and you're not using it to buy things with, then that's up to them to use their card in a timely manner. But But again, if you're using it to eat out or get groceries or run errands like at Lowe's, you're probably going to use it within 18 months anyway, so it's not going to matter. But nonetheless, still things to think about. So that being said, I want to see what you guys think. Leave me a comment below if you thought any of these ideas were helpful. If you have any other examples of ways that maybe you've used gift cards to save you money or make you money or stick to a budget or whatever, please, comment down below. In a minute, I'm going to insert a short clip on just some of the examples of the gift cards that Kroger has. Obviously, if you have a Tom Thumb or Albertsons or wherever you live or shop, obviously look at their supply. But I know Kroger had everything from your fast food restaurants, your dine-in restaurants like Chili's, places like that, clothing stores, Kohl's, JCPenney's, Toys R Us for kids. Guys, you out there watching, Cabela's Pass Pro. I know most of the guys that go in those stores easily spend $100 every time they go in. So again, use a gift card, get some fuel points on it, buy what you need, and walk out of there with your camo stuff or whatever. Other thing I saw was Southwest Airlines. You're going to take a flight, rather than use your debit card, get you a gift card and pay with that. I know I've had gift cards given to me for Christmas to save on my future flight. So it's like, well, the next time if I'm going to spend $300 to get me a round trip ticket somewhere, I'm going to spend the $300 on a gift card, get the fuel points, and then just go home and check out and get my ticket reserved. So those are some examples. AMC, movies. I saw Carnival. If you're going to take a cruise, how much is cruises? I mean, even the cheap cruises are at least $500, $600. So again, rather than use your debit card to spend money on that, get you a Carnival gift card and get all those fuel savings. So just some examples. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. I appreciate that as always. And be sure to subscribe for future videos on all things money. Lastly, if you guys out there watching have any other suggestions for future videos that you'd like to see from me, again, please feel free to leave a comment below. I'll read through those. So thank you so much for watching, and y'all have a great rest of the week. Bye.